Hi, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to review this Lego Technic 42124 Off-Road Buggy. It is radio controlled, so that's right up my alley, and it's Legos, so that's also right up my alley. So it does not come with batteries, so you do have to include batteries in order for it to run, and you do have to use the app on your smartphone or other device to enable it to actually be controlled. It does not come with a secondary controller like the Lego train sets used to and things like that. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what's inside. Alright, so once you finally have the thing unboxed, this is what you get. You have some instructions, you have the sticker sheet, you have 3 bags of parts. Here's one bag. There's a bigger bag with a little bag inside it, and then another little bag with all those famous connecting studs in there. For the power functions, you have the battery box and receiver, and you have 2 motors. This is one of them's your steering servo, one of them's your throttle servo. And then it also comes with these nice big tires. Look at that, squishy. So unlike other Lego sets that you might be familiar with, Lego did not number the bags. So I recommend that you piece everything out by color and get everything sorted to make your building process that much more efficient and fun. So now that I got everything sorted, the first thing I want to do is make sure that the battery box right here has batteries. So you do have to open that up, jam it full of batteries. It does take 3 AA's. So in terms of build, it's only 290 some pieces, so it isn't overly that difficult to construct. It is a lot of little studs to hold all the Technic pieces together. But I really like the front suspension showing here. It had a lot of range of travel, and it was pretty strong. It had a lot of reinforcements. The differential was something really neat. I've never seen a Lego differential before. The center cup, or the pumpkin, is actually partitioned into 3 or 4 spots. So that way there's little planetary gears in there that make things a lot easier. I wish I would have known that for my military truck. That diff was just a mess. Of course, there were wires to contend with, and you do have to find the best way to try to tuck them in and keep them anywhere you can out of the way. But overall, the build went very quickly. It did take me a little over an hour, but I really am impressed with the results, and I'm really liking the 1980s styling that they went with here. So to download the app that you need to control the car, you just go to your Play Store or wherever you get your apps, type in Lego Technic, and it should be one of the first ones that pops up. Then you go ahead and install. It is a beefy 228 megabytes, so that was a little bit of a shock. But once you get everything set up, the app is then going to want to calibrate the hub, mostly for the steering, so you get that full range of motion. Then you can use the virtual joystick to test the vehicle for forward, backwards, then steering left and steering right. I found that the car was quite responsive. Other details include knowing the attitude of the vehicle. So it has sensors that do measure your pitch and your yaw, which I thought was pretty cool. I wonder if there's other Technic sets like construction sets that you need to know that for articulated arms. So when it came time to finally test drive the vehicle, that is where my big concern lies. Because it's a virtual pad and I am used to so much analog and tactile feedback, I had a very hard time knowing where my thumb was. A simple thumb roll would cause the vehicle to either change direction or steer in an entirely different movement. And you'll notice as the vehicle backs up, the front wheels keep shaking back and forth because my thumb kept moving ever so slightly. But with a little bit of practice, I was able to finally make a figure 8. But then the true test came when I wanted to make it go over a ramp. I just did not have the tactile sensation that I needed to tell the car exactly where I wanted it to go. Every time I would line it up and gun it, I would miss the ramp entirely. It took me several tries just to get close to the ramp, but I could never really quite make it. Again, when I would gun it, I would miss the ramp. I even took the car and physically lined it up, straightened out the wheels, hit the gas, and whoop, off to the side. It was very frustrating. But by golly, eventually I did make it over the ramp. The one thing you really want an RC car to do. So my critique of this car is not entirely bad. In fact, I really do like this vehicle. I really just love that 1980s styling. The one thing I really liked was the smart location for the battery box. Under this vented cover is direct access to the 6 AA batteries that help the vehicle run. However, this slotted lid could be a problem for outside play and would allow moisture or dirt to get in that battery compartment, which is not good. Also, the open diffs, I get it. It's a toy grade model. They all have them. But when I was putting this thing together, I couldn't help but wonder if I could possibly lock it and make the vehicle just a little bit stronger. In the end though, this is a great throwback to the RC cars I grew up with in the 1980s. The USB hub that's provided in the more advanced models that LEGO provides do give so much more life to your models, and sensors that, when I was a kid, no one would have ever thought to put in. But for me, the real downer is the joystick. I'm just not used to controlling a vehicle from only one joystick. I'm used to a left and right configuration. But in the end, I think that this is a great little car for the price. It was a fun build. I had a great time making this video. I can't wait to do more reviews for you guys, so please give me a like, share, and subscribe.